Hello everybody, welcome back to Kate Rebel's Realm. I'm Kate Rebel. Thank you so much for coming back for part 2 of the Infernal Blast faction. And I am so excited because we get to do MILF Zilla 2. Are you kidding me right now? I've been waiting so long to read Zilla 2's story. I swear I have waited for you guys. I haven't read any of these stories. So let's get into part 2 of the Infernal Blast faction. And we're starting off with Aurum, the volcanic anvil. Do you think he helped make Setram? Or, I mean, probably not make, because Setram is millennia old, but maybe he knows a little bit more about all those guys. Oh look, the dwarf forger who mastered the Metropolis ancient forging skills. Wherever he goes, smoke and furnace follow. He's gonna know a thing or two about Setram and the guys. Let's go. The volcanic anvil. The rhythmic ping of hammer on steel reverberates as a roaring forge casts out ominous shadows along cavern walls. Sweat and brimstone stain a furrowed brow as two maddened orbs remain fixated upon the flames. The smith inhales deeply, spurred on by the acrid fumes. His pupils dilate as he strikes twice as hard, twice as fast. In the darkness, it is impossible to tell how much time has passed when he finally holds his creation to the light. He regards it closely before breaking into a jagged smile, his deranged laughter echoing deep through the pitch-black halls. From a young age, Aurum, or the volcanic anvil as he'd come to be known, showed incredible skill for smithery while working in his grandfather's forge inside a dwarven volcano. Aurum's own father was killed in battle from a blow that shattered his armor, after which his grandfather swore his people would never again fall victim to faulty craftsmanship. As the pair worked tirelessly in the forge, Aurum's grandfather would inhale the fumes deeply and feverishly recount the golden age of the dwarves, when they possessed such skill that even the gods were envious of. If Aurum was lucky enough, his grandfather would show him ancient instructional scrolls he'd collected, relics from the lost dwarven city of Metropolis, in addition to letting him hold his prized hammer and shield. Aurum's grandfather eventually died, poisoned by the fumes of his own forge, leaving Aurum to carry on his work. Using the ancient scrolls left to him, he developed a superior alloy. When he presented it to his elders, they did not trust the material, believing him as crazed as his grandfather. Wanting to prove himself, he defied his superiors by outfitting a small band of dwarves with armor made from the alloy before hunting a group of vampires. Not a single dwarf was harmed. Despite his success, the elders confiscated all of Aurum's tools and scrolls, sentencing him to a month in a dark holding cell. Furious, Aurum eventually returned to his forge, inhaling fumes from the fire and building his rage. He stormed into the vault where his materials were being kept, stealing back the scrolls in addition to his grandfather's hammer and shield. As a contingent of guards attempted to stop him, he brutally dispatched them all, no doubt maddened by the forge fumes. Today, there are whispers that Aurum, the volcanic anvil, eventually found the lost city of Metropolis and used his grandfather's scrolls to gain entry. It is even rumored that the Hammer of Hell, Aescor, sought Aurum out and commissioned him to craft protection for an army of demons. Those who've dared to venture into Metropolis swear they can hear the ringing of hammer on steel, followed by incessant, maddened laughter. Dude, why are you so pissed? It's so funny how many stories are like, you don't believe me? Watch. Zilla 2, the infernal temptress. As irresistible as she is deadly, Zilla 2 scorches enemies and eviscerates those with full health. Moth to a flame. She is desire and death incarnate. May the gods protect us when she enacts revenge. Aldous Tourmaline, chief demonologist. Fiercely passionate and irresistibly seductive, Zilla 2, the infernal temptress, is among the most ancient and powerful demons of Taya. At the inception of the universe, when all was chaos, the raw energy of emotion of the cosmos eventually settled into sentient spirits that would come to be worshipped by the early peoples of Taya. Multiple ancient texts refer to Zilla 2 as one such powerful spirit, associated with intense passion, destructive fury, and tremendous might. All sources recognize Zillatu's powers of seduction and note how she has come to bear children for a number of other chief demons, effectively creating Taya's most irresistible succubi. Respected and considered intimidating by the other demons of Taya, her spawns now spread misery and terror as she schemes her rise to power. Often omitted from legends, however, are the events surrounding her broken heart. Long ago, Zillatu seduced a powerful archangel who fathered her first son, Zuro. This half-angel, half-demon hybrid child was so beautiful and mighty that she knew she would one day rule the cosmos. But when the gods learned of the corrupted archangel and their forbidden spawn, they smote them both, shattering Zillatu's heart. Consumed with rage, she took up her lover's mighty lance and swore vengeance on all those who lived in the favor of the gods, vowing to turn her pain into a weapon. The multitudes of offspring she has borne since then, Jesus, have been twisted into evil lesser demons that spread horror across all of Taya, chiefly assisted by Zillatu's hedonistic second and third-born sons, Azoth and Sorzus. Her legends of succubi roam uncontested, bearing even more evil servants for her cause. What's more, Zillatu often sends her servants to steal children from those blessed by the gods, turning them to her cause as she plots revenge from the infernal volcano. Here she schemes to avenge her late lover and son, seducing her followers with power and vowing retribution against the gods. I love that she is like, I will never love again, and I will never love my kids again. My firstborn was a masterpiece, just like his father, and now that they're both gone, I'm just gonna make random demon spawn all over the place and shoot them all over Taya. Nocturne! Oh wait! We read Nocturnes already. Check out the North Throne faction video. I tell his story in that one. Twin Fiend. The brothers grotesque. Self-loathing. Two heads are better than one, as the saying goes. But in the case of the demonic Hellhead's Twin Fiend, his two heads make him significantly worse. Among the most ancient of primordial demons, Twin Fiend is terrifying evidence of the horrors led to the spawning of the demon race during the tumultuous creation of Taya. During this turbulent time when all matter was created, evil sentiment swirled until it settled in physical forms. These forms were the first demons, who spread their evil with their wicked and powerful magic to create lesser demons and expand across Taya. In this early age of the demons, they would fight one another for supremacy and the right to rule, leading to terrible and savage conflict to establish a hierarchy. During this anarchy, the spirit of destruction of Orta clashed with the spirit of violence in Vinay, leading to the colossal explosion that is said to have flattened a mountain range and resulted in the infernal creation of one self-destructive cursed being that has been covered in flames ever since, Twin Fiend. Blessed with the magical might of two ancient demons, but cursed by their combined hatred, the first centuries of this being's existence were spent ruthlessly attacking himself with might and magic before growing bored with the cruel ways devised to inflict pain, from agonizing infernos to casting down showers of meteors. Out of boredom, Twin Fiend realized that if he stopped the self-destruction and spread his violence and terror onto others, he would perhaps have enough power to rule the demons and all of Taya. Twin Fiend began his campaign to conquer the infernal volcano to which the demons were cast when Twin Fiend had been too obsessed with his self-destruction. Twin Fiend slew many in cruel and savage ways, from burning entire mortal villages alive to casting spells on demons that make them feel their skin is constantly melting. This evil led to a cult of destruction and a love of fire surrounding him, establishing himself as among the most powerful beings in the demonic realm. However, before he could seize more power, he was ambushed by other great demons before he became too mighty. In this battle, he fought hard against the succubus, Queen Zillatu, who tore off one of his horns in a sign of humiliation, establishing her power over him. This one made Twin Fiend's thirst for violence and destruction worse, forever hating his fellow demons who had schemed to hold back his power. With both sides still hateful of each other, all Twin Fiend feels now is hate that fuels his fiendish scheme, as one of the lords of the infernal volcano and lord of infernal blast, spreading chaos with fire and cruelty so all may know destruction. Why, he's missing half of this horn. Is it just me, or does it feel really, really weird when they're in a faction together, but they're like kind of against each other? And I know that it said like it started off with all the demons fighting each other to kind of like gain hierarchy and kind of figure out where you're all supposed to be at, but she was already dubbed Queen Zilla. We're gonna end the video off today with Solkadin's Hellfire Emperor. Behold the wonders crafted from the fire and magma, a world of eternal flame that seeks purity beyond measure. Hellfire Emperor. To look into fire is to see the very energies of creation. Excerpt from Regina Libra's Elemental Nature. For countless centuries, Solkadin slept in the heart of a dormant volcano. Cocooned in magma, he dreamed of a tranquil world of crushing pressure, oppressive heat, and the deep rumbling of Taya's very core. Then he was born. Solkadin was ushered into the world in a volcanic eruption. He emerged in a violent storm of the billowing steam and bubbling lava. The first sound he heard as he crawled forth from the crumbling caldera were the panicked screams of people whose homes and lives were being consumed in the eruption. Solkadin failed to understand their distress. The sight of flames spreading through trees and ash, raining from darkened skies, filled him with uncontrollable glee. Though he had been torn from his peaceful rest, curiosity drew Solkadin to leave the island and explore this strange new world. Taya disappointed him. The land was far too green and verdant, nothing like the boiling domain that he had known for so long, and the people feared him and his flames. Solkadin looked to the sky for guidance and found comfort in the presence of the sun. There, he thought, was the perfect domain, a land of eternal flames, far more beautiful and pure than Taya. A thought formed in his mind, an ember that spread into blazing certainty. If only he could tear the sun from its seat and spread its glorious fire across the world, Taya could be reborn in his image, powerful, eternal, pure. Tirelessly, Solkadin searches for a way to cleanse the tainted world with the power of flames. Aww, he's so cute. He thinks that that's good. Like, think about that for a minute. He's not evil. He just honestly thinks that that's what everybody would like. That the heat and the flames and the sun is the most beautiful and the best of the whole world. And that's what the world should be made of. Obviously. He's onto something. He knows it and he must make it happen. Taya sucks right now. Okay, well, let me know down in the comments what you thought about part 2 of the Infernal Blast faction. I had a lot of fun reading these stories. As I said, I was really excited for Zilla 2. It lived up to my expectations. I love her. She's very cool. And yeah, let me know who your favorite is in the faction and tell me your stories. Tell me what got you into Watcher of Realms. Tell me why you downloaded it and why you're still playing today. We're over a year into this game and I am still obsessed with it. I play it every day. So tell me a bit about your story and your adventure. I am Kate Rebel. This is Kate Rebel's Realm, and I will see you guys next time. Mwah! I like how I'm holding this like Calabunga.